Good evening, and welcome to Bismil's News and Entertainment Corner. In Bismil, today's hot topic is Trump's crackdown on foreign students and green card holders. Ideological deportation? In a sweeping crackdown that has raised alarm across the United States. The Trump administration has begun intensifying its scrutiny of foreign students and even green card holders based on their political beliefs. What critics are calling an ideological deportation policy is already resulting in visa revocations, detentions, and even deportations of individuals accused of supporting causes deemed undesirable by the EU government. Today, we take an in-depth look at this controversial policy, its legal basis, the impact on students and academic institutions, and the broader implications for civil liberties. This crackdown is rooted in a provision of the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952, which grants broad powers to remove individuals whose presence may have serious adverse foreign policy consequences. Historically, this has been applied in narrow circumstances, but the Trump administration is now expanding its use. According to officials, the policy is aimed at combating foreign extremism and safeguarding national security. Just this past week, Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced the revocation of over 300 student visas under what he calls the Catch and Revoke initiative. This effort, according to Rubio, is aimed at identifying and expelling individuals involved in what he describes as campus agitational or extremist activities. Marco Rubio says he's revoked at least 300 student visas from campus agitators, looking every day for these lunatics. Source: NYPost. The crackdown is reportedly utilizing artificial intelligence tools to monitor social media activity, flagging individuals who show support for organizations or movements the government considers threats. This has particularly affected pro-Palestinian activists. One high-profile case is that of Rumeysa Ozturk, a Turkish PhD student and Fulbright scholar at Tufts University. Ozturk was detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents in Massachusetts and then transferred to a detention center in Louisiana, despite a judge's order requiring prior notice. She has not been charged with any crime, but is accused of participating in pro-Palestinian protests. Source: Wall Street Journal. Legal experts and civil liberties organizations argue that this broad application of the Immigration and Nationality Act violates First Amendment rights. Critics have labeled it an ideological deportation policy aimed at silencing political dissent. The American Civil Liberties Union and other advocacy groups argue that the policy undermines fundamental freedoms of expression and academic inquiry. As one legal expert put it, this is a gross violation of free speech rights disguised as national security enforcement. The crackdown has created a climate of fear among foreign students and green card holders, particularly those involved in political activism. At Columbia University, Mahmoud Khalil, a legal U resident and Palestinian activist, now faces deportation despite having committed no crime. Source: AP News. Some universities have also expressed concerns about the chilling effect this policy may have on academic freedom. Several prominent professors and legal experts have spoken out against the administration's actions. As the Trump administration continues its aggressive enforcement, legal challenges are mounting. Civil liberties groups are mobilizing and affected individuals are fighting back. But for now, many students and green card holders find themselves living in fear, their futures hanging in the balance. What do you think about this policy? Is it a necessary step for national security, or is it an overreach that violates basic freedoms? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Bismil, and you're watching Bismil's News and Entertainment Corner.